for this most unusual family reunion that we are having this year for the Lawrence family. Uh, I've made some notes here because I've never done anything like this before, and I thought I might get nervous. I am Mary Lawrence Jellicourse, and we are here to sort of celebrate our lineage and honor our forefathers. And we usually get together the last Saturday in June and have a wonderful time and just enjoy each other's company as we are members of this Lawrence family clan. Now, Grandpa Lawrence, George Monroe Lawrence, had 12 children, 8 children by Grandma Lena, and then 4 with Grandma Jenny. And through the years at our reunions, fortunately, almost every year we have someone from one branch, or from one of those, what I call the principals, the 12 children of George Monroe Lawrence, and we are all now descendants of George Monroe Lawrence. So I am Mary Lawrence Jellicourse. My father was Ray Lawrence, and he was the 3rd son of Grandpa Lawrence with Grandma Lena. So anyway, that's where I came from, and I just wanted to say that we usually get together, and unfortunately this year, because of COVID-19, the pandemic, coronavirus, we have all been asked to shelter in place and stay home. So that's probably pretty good advice for us, and that's what we're doing. But I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Susan and Richard Tumbleston for their gracious hospitality, generosity through the years for us to have our family reunion at their beautiful home in Boone. And thank you so much for that. And hopefully we can do that again, maybe in 2021. And I also wanted to thank Camille and John Sowder, that's Cousin John's children, and for this ingenious and creative idea of trying to get us together for a family reunion using this technology. And I am a complete Luddite. I have no techno savvy whatsoever, but I'm here with my sweetheart Billy and Murphy, and his daughter Maggie has been with us, and she'll be going back to New York soon, but she graciously agreed to help me make this video. So anyway, best of luck to all of you. I think we have a great deal to be thankful for, even in this difficult time. So I wish you all good health and good days and Godspeed. I love you. Here's my hug for you, my virtual hug for you. Love for you, and be in touch as you can. All right, bye-bye.
We're staying on the couch.
Yeah, we're sorry we can't do the reunion this year. Hope to see everybody soon. You say Lawrence family?
Lawrence family. We're family.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone from the Cranstubers in New Hampshire. I'm Catherine Tumbleston Cranstuber, so my mom is Susan and grandfather is Jack, one of the original 8. We're here in Franconia Notch, New Hampshire, which is about an hour from where we live in Hanover. And I'm here with Grady, who's 8, and Luke, who is 6, and Jake, who's the cameraman. And we'll send a photo as well so you can see all of us. We miss everyone.
Hello, I'm Tom Lawrence. This is my wife of all of 60 years, that's right, this year, Erlen. And we're in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am the son of Ray Lawrence, the only son of Ray Lawrence, and he was one of the sons of George Monroe Lawrence, George M. We're celebrating a virtual reunion this year, unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 situation. But hopefully we have a lot of people participating, and we look forward to hearing from many of you. Let's see. Oh, we have 2 children. I forgot we have children. Daughter Sharon, who lives in Los Angeles with her husband, Dr. Thomas Apostle, and Mark and Lisa Lawrence, our son Mark, who lives here in Raleigh. And they have 2 boys, Jess Porter Lawrence, who is married and lives in Charlotte, and Dylan Lawrence, who lives here in Raleigh. And what I remember is the always difficult procedure of getting everyone together for the annual reunion picture, as demanded by my sister Mary, who for many years was sort of the driving force, or has been the driving force behind this get-together. It was like herding cats, getting everyone together, because people would eat and then try to leave because I guess they didn't want their picture made. I don't know. Why couldn't they just eat again, you know? But that's what I remember, and there was always sort of a contest between Mary and Richard Tumbleston about who was going to get the best picture and get in the picture. They had to set the camera up with self-timer on it and run it, hop in front of someone, so they'd be in the picture too. But that was kind of funny. What do you remember?
The year after year getting together with this family that I think's somewhat unusual in that it is so close. You all are so close to each other. And that certainly harkens back to the children of George Monroe. And that's been passed down to his grandchildren and hopefully on to his great-grandchildren. Just catching up with each other year after year. And the food. The food. This family has been blessed with wonderful food makers, chefs, if you will, or just home cooks, which I think is the best kind of food. I always look forward to that, and I'm going to miss it this year. Miss it.
Could you put some of the boxes into us? Care packages are welcome.
This is Jack Lawrence of the Jack Lawrence family. The family's scattered to the four winds today. Liz is here visiting with Debbie, and they've gone out. And she's getting ready to make a trip to Texas. Liz is, so she's headed out tomorrow. This is her first leg of the trip. She stayed here overnight. She's leaving tomorrow to go to, she'll be in Texas for 3.5 weeks probably, attending to her niece who's having some hip surgery. So as far as we know, we're like everybody else with COVID. We're hanging around the house, wearing our mask when we go out, trying to social distance as much as we can, but that's kind of impossible. We're just careful with who we're around and how many people we're around. I was telling somebody that yesterday when I went out to get some lunch, the lady, 2 or 3 people in front of me, decided she had to sneeze. So she put her arm up to sneeze, but didn't get her face down into her elbow. She just sneezed across her arm. So that really did a lot of good. So we're like everybody else. We're just kind of hanging on. Like I said earlier, the only difference is for us basically is we go to the grocery store at 7 o'clock in the morning with the rest of the old people. We've had some people over, some friends over, and we've sat around the fire pit and social distance and visited, and that's worked out real well. Overall, we're doing well. Becca, like I said, Becca and Mark are on their way to Baltimore to visit his mom and family. Sarah, I haven't heard from her in a while. As far as I know, she's doing okay. Got a picture of Addie in here. She finally got her contact lenses on after trying for about 3 months, I think. Steph and Andy, like I said earlier, are living down on our property down below us. John and Glenda are busy. He's applying to go back to school to get his PhD, still teaching. They have a big garden that they're supplying for the neighborhood, a lot of stuff. So they seem to be doing, everybody seems to be doing all right now. So that's pretty much where we are.
Beth?
Well, we're doing fine, and Don is here. I didn't force him, but anyway, our family, my family, is Don and his 5 kids and our 3 grandkids. So Don's very responsible for these 5 kids, or me having 5 kids, 5 bonus children. They're all doing well. Leah started work, the oldest daughter, Leah, started work with Lowe's Home Improvement the 1st of March. So she's been very busy because Lowe's Home Improvement has been very busy. She is a marketing analyst. But she's been working from home ever since she started work, which has been kind of interesting. I didn't realize the Lowe's headquarters north of Davidson has like 6,000 people who work there. So it's a pretty big organization, and parking decks, everything. So she thinks she'll be starting back are going into the office the 1st of August. They're kind of trickling in. Carson is an associate professor at George Washington. And in fact, she and Jenna and Sylvia May, or Jenna, her partner, and Sylvia May, their 6-year-old granddaughter, or our 6-year-old granddaughter, are here with us and will be with us till July sometime. They actually left Washington, D.C. the 1st of April and rented a place on a 250-acre farm south of Charlottesville, Virginia, and stayed there for 2 months before they came here. So they basically quarantined for 2 months before they came here, except for things like grocery shopping. And so that's a big help. Right now, Don and I are not leaving because Jenna and Carson do the grocery shopping. We do have a doctor's appointment now and then, but we're like you said, Jack, we're staying in. The 3 boys all live in the Monroe area. Matthew, Mark, and Will all work in some form of construction.
Yes.
Of some sort.
I'd say that's
Of
true.
some sort. All I think will be coming over tomorrow, but our Father's Day COVID practice is no family dinner. They have scheduled times to come and see us so we can social distance. And they'll, so it'll just be a few at a time coming over.
I am the asterisk.
This is Don. Sorry.
Anyhow, I really have nothing to add. Beth covered it, of course. And but I wanted to show up, say hey. We miss you guys. Can't wait to be able to drive up interstate and to Boone again, so that we can see each and every one of you, and hope everything is going well for all of you. I'll turn it over to the MC.
Hey folks, I'm number 3 in the lineup. I'm Susan, and first of all, let me say to everybody who may or may not be watching this is we sure are going to miss having everybody here at our house on the 27th. It's become an annual ritual for us to prepare for the Lawrence gathering, and so to not have that this year is a real loss for all of our family. And so just know that we are thinking of you, and really look forward to seeing everybody on some kind of virtual medium. That'll be kind of neat. Richard and I are still in the same place that we've been for the last 35, 40 years, and we're doing well. The COVID pandemic has not necessarily changed our lives too much, like the same as Beth and Jack. We kind of are staying in and being very careful. As are our children. Catherine, our daughter, and her family live in Connecticut, up New Hampshire, and where Jake works at Dartmouth. They have 2 boys, ages 8 and 6. Then we have a son, John, who lives with his family in California. He works for Carbon and is their senior researcher. His wife, Allison, and their 2 daughters, Lucy and Sarah, are staying in, I think, almost all the time, which would be hard with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. We look forward to seeing you when we can, and I especially want to encourage those of you who get a letter from me in the mail to please submit something to Camille about your folks, because we don't have very much information in our Lawrence family quiz about your parents. That would be Aunt Geraldine, Aunt Kathleen, Uncle June, and Aunt Evie. So I hope you'll send us some information so we can include them in the quiz. And I hope that each of you will also submit something about your families to us so we can catch up. Hope everybody's doing well, and we'll look forward to seeing you as soon as we can for another Lawrence gathering. Hey, everybody, it's Martha. I'm number 4. I had to count 4. We're all doing well. Dana's staying busy. Samuel and Liz are busy. She works at ASU and has been put on furlough for a time, but we're good. Leah is still at home, and Danae and her husband Ryan live in Franklin, Indiana with their 2 boys, Grant and Evan. They were here last week and we had lots and lots of fun. But we're all doing well. We're enjoying the sunny day, and we just miss seeing everybody in real person, and hopefully that will end soon. That's what we pray for anyway. So love you all, and hope to see y'all soon.
Hey, I'm Sally. I'm the 5th of 6, and I'm daughter number 4. Keith and I are both back at work. Unlike the rest of you all, we are out and about in all the COVID people. So pray that we stay safe. We both work at Samaritan's Purse, and so we've been back at work for about a month. But we're all doing well. Our 2 children, Molly, our oldest, and her husband Chris are moving to Greensboro. They have Chris has accepted a pastor job at Westover Church as local missions pastor. So they are in the process of moving and finding a house. They have 4 children: Julia, Elisha, Zeke, and Jonas. And Julia's the oldest. She's almost 13, and we go down from there. And then our son Daniel is a wood shop manager out in Bozeman, Montana, and doing well. They're very, very busy. In fact, he met William Devane. Do y'all remember William Devane, the actor? He saw him going into a little shop the other day. It was crazy, a fishing shop. So we'll tell you that story later, but that was kind of but Daniel and Brenna have 3 children: Josiah, Noah, and Tessa, and they are all doing well. And so it's just good to talk to everybody, and I hope everyone out there in our Lawrence family is doing well.
I'm Jim. I'm the last of 6, and the second son, as I am often reminded, and the baby, as I am often reminded. So, I'm married to Susan Blair, and of the Blair family from Boone, and we live in Houston. I'm at the University of Houston in the law school, where I've been for the last 26 years. And yeah, wow. I unfortunately have not been able to join my siblings, well, except for Sally, who's headed to retirement in the retirement world, but you know, that's maybe soon. I don't know. And Susan is doing some writing, and right now she's in Boone helping take care of her mom. So I want to just say thanks to Camille for putting this idea together. It's really awesome that we can actually memorialize the reunion in a different way, and in a way that suits the times. And it'll be one of those reminders of, oh yeah, we did go through that, didn't we? So thank you, Camille, and look forward to seeing you all soon.
Hi everybody, I'm Sharon Elizabeth Lawrence Apostle, and this is my family. My husband Tom, come on over a little closer, honey, and our dog Parker. We send you greetings from our home in California. And thanks, you guys. I am the daughter, the eldest child of Thomas Richard Lawrence and Erlyn Sams Lawrence. They met at Mars Hill College in the mountains of North Carolina. Tom is the eldest child of one of the originals, Charles Ray Lawrence and Florence Johnson Lawrence, and Florence happened to be on the board of directors of Mars Hill College, where my parents met. I have been a professional actress for a long time, and it has been my passion since forever. People ask me how I became an actress. I tell them I was born this way. What you're seeing is me petting my dog who wants some love. I was born this way because I was born into this family who loves to tell stories, who loves to make each other laugh, who loves the energy of being together. And that is so evident at any reunion that you attend. And I think it also is evident in the stories and the history of this family, because I grew up knowing that my father, who was the eldest son of one of the originals, Tom, and his sister, Mary Lawrence Jellicourse, my muse, and their cousins, the Sophisticates, Lynn Sowder Hillman and John Sowder, would put on plays. Yes, in Aunt Rena Lawrence Glenn's basement. Rena Glenn was, as you all I'm sure have said or heard, the center. She was the matriarch, and her home was the where everybody would orbit, and they were given a chance to pursue what was very natural to them, telling stories. So I grew up knowing that that's a value in our family, and I'm so grateful for that, because not only is it in my gene pool, but it's in the support and the enthusiasm that I've got from all of you. My father, Tom, and my Aunt Mary also grew up and went on to be in the Horn in the West, the outdoor drama that's centered there in Boone, North Carolina. And storytelling is a passion that all Southerners, I think, share. So I have had the great gift of taking that value and pursuing it as a life work, and it's been a great source of everything for me, really. Family is something that I'm so proud of, my North Carolina roots and the mountain roots. As a matter of fact, our home, our little getaway is in the mountains here in California. So while we can't be together because of this strange time that we are in, I send you warm love and support for your health, and hopes that you feel connected in this odd time. And I know that we will gather again soon. So I thank Camille Martine Sowder, John Sowder's eldest child, for putting this video together and allowing us to stay connected in a time where it means the most. And all the love to all the Lawrences, from my mountain home to yours.
We're good.
This is Granny Lossie, Mama Lossie, known as Aunt Lossie to everyone else. Got my mom, Hillman, filming in her living room. Is Granny Lossie's daughter, and I am Shanley filming grandmother, and Belinda Lynn Shanley is in Columbus, Ohio, in her apartment. We lost great granddaughter. We have fond memories of that. We're trying to be grateful for the blessings of quarantine, which have been diverse and strange, and anybody else have anything to add?
Well, I just turned 21 last Sunday, so that's the most momentous thing that's happened in my life in the last few weeks, and I'm getting a roommate soon, so I'm excited for both of those things.
Oh, say what I'm gonna miss a gathering as a family. That's what I really miss, is a piece of the cake, because I never get to the dessert table in time.
A piece of whose cake? Sorry, it cut out for a second.
The coconut cake.
Okay, cool. I think I caught it. The audio's cutting in and out, but I think we heard it. What? You're good to go? Well, thank you for including us in the video, Camille and Hugo. Thank you so much for putting this together. We really appreciate that. And we love you all. We love all of the family. Everyone else?
Seeing everybody on the video.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yay. Love you. Bye.
Hello everyone, I am Hugo Sowder. I am John Sowder's son and the grandson of Lassie, and I believe the great-great-grandson of James Jeremiah Lawrence. I hope all of you are doing okay, all things considered. I usually on reunion weekends have had a lot of weekend conflicts the last couple of years, but I was able to go back last year, and it was really great to see all of you who were able to make it out. And I really just enjoyed the journey going back up to Boone. That was a trip that my dad and I and my family took for many, many years. And it is always fun to kind of reminisce on going up to see Lassie, going up to see family, and getting to hang out in Boone a little bit, getting to go to the cabin. I certainly have found myself missing the mountains this June. This is usually the time of year when I'm traveling up to visit friends or visit family up in Western North Carolina. So this year is definitely a little different, and I know for a lot of us it has been a challenging and painful time, and I just hope that this little project that Camille took the lead on brings us all a little bit of joy, puts a smile on our face, and helps us enjoy the bonds of family and fellowship that we have with each other. Before I leave, I wanted to shout out everybody who contributed anything, whether it was family history, basic knowledge about who the Lawrences are and were, and everybody who was involved in some way in making this happen. Obviously, want to shout out my sister. This was entirely her idea. She put all of this together, and she has worked incredibly hard throughout this month to make sure that we could pull this off. So, love you, sis. Love all of you. Stay safe. Be well, everybody. Avoid people, and wear a mask, and all of the things that will hopefully keep us safe and healthy until we see each other for our next reunion in Boone. Be well, everybody, and I hope to see you down the road in the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Camille Sowder, and I am the daughter of John Sowder and the granddaughter of Lassie Lawrence Sowder. I'm coming to you from Arlington, Virginia, where I've been staying during the COVID-19 pandemic. I just recently moved down from Brooklyn, New York. I have so many wonderful memories from the reunions over the years, just being able to get away to the mountains and see all of you all. There's just too many to even count, and it's been wonderful with this project to go back over those memories and sort of commemorate them, and I hope that it's just going to be an opportunity for all of us right now in our respective parts of the country where we're all holed in our houses, just to be able to engage with those memories in the way that we are accustomed to doing on the last weekend of June every year. I wanted to thank all of you for reading all of my emails, for everyone just sort of hopping on board with the project. Susan Tumbleston, you have just been so supportive and helpful in organizing this and getting the word out, and so I thank you for that. Thank you to Ben and Lou Farthing for all of their helpful family information for the family trivia, to Mary Lawrence Jellicourse, Tom Lawrence, Susan Tumbleston, John Sowder, for allowing me to interview them over the past couple of weeks about the family and just their wonderful knowledge of our history. Thank you to my brother for all of his helpful tips and support, and to all of you who made this happen. I certainly couldn't have done it without all of your participation. I also realized that we are all collectively going through a lot right now and dealing with a lot of change and a lot of uncertainty. So, you know, this came together very quickly, but I know that not everyone was able to send in video clips or photos, and so I just want to extend the invitation. Do not feel that that the boat has left without you. I'm really glad that this video can document the times that we're in right now, but I would love to you know, continue to add to it so that there can just be as much representation of the family as possible. You know, so we can have all 12 original Lawrence siblings well represented, as well as all of their descendants. So as you are able and willing, please feel free to continue to send me information. This has just been a joy for me, and I hope that's reflected in the video. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe. It's been wonderful to see all of your faces, and take care.